Alright, what's up, what's up? I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are taking our first level 2 keep, so let's see how it goes. At 16 UTC, so we are already marching. Hopefully when the game loads, there we go. I'm just gonna send all of my marches once, that's fine. And then the siege march goes last. Yep, the armies are cleared, very nice, so that was super fast. And now we siege. Let's see, did we even get a hit here? We didn't, okay, that's fine. So the defenders went down really fast here, which is cool. Also, good evening, I hope everyone is doing well. What's up, Soldier84? Hope you're doing good. Today is just a short, quick stream. I want to record how long it takes us for a level 2 keep. I think there are some other warbands involved as well, so yeah. It makes sense that it goes down very, very fast. Sweet! Let's go! Okay, so it will take us roughly 2.5 minutes, I think. Which is pretty good. We can start recalling these to my base. We have another keep planned for today, but I will farm some XP in the meantime, I think. And we already got it. So that was very, very fast, actually. Okay, so let's write the GG's. Oh. And yeah, we did not get a hit in, but that's okay. We do have some time to test on some other keeps. And I need to upgrade my storage. There we go. And I need to upgrade the quarry. There we go. Yeah, this was a bit of a spontaneous stream, but I wanted to record the keep capture like I said, so that's okay. Okay, so this was a very fast keep capture, which means we will probably assign some keep captures for the people who can't make it, so that they can also get the siege rewards. But it looks like the level 2 keeps are not really putting up a fight. Which is expected, of course. Okay, so what do we have here? We have open hatchery chests, yep, that's new. The dragon hunt again, of course. Then we have the conquer seeds. Okay, sure. So we have 5 days to conquer 8 level 2 seeds. That's very easily doable, I think. We can probably do 2 keeps per day. Seems good. And here are the siege rewards. Okay. Sure. I see. So you get a little bit of gold. I mean, that's nothing too crazy, to be honest, so I wouldn't worry about it if you miss it. Yeah, I mean, the good events are the ones, are these ones anyway, right? The individual opening chests, the spending of the gold, the dragon star up. The rest are just, yeah, I mean, you get some resources and some gold coins, but it's really nothing crazy. Let's check what you get from the ranking. Maybe there is... Okay, so the top sieger gets 1 gold coin, which I guess is worth mentioning. Or 1 gold key, rather. Okay, sure. I mean, that's okay. Is this guy on our team? I don't think so. Is he? Shinobu time? I have no idea. But yeah. So the siege rewards are not that crazy, which means if you miss out, do not worry. It's really not a big deal. But yeah, we will probably assign a couple of keeps that can be done at different times. Now, importantly, I just saw I got one of the comments on, I think this is my previous stream here. I wanted to address this because I think a lot of people don't understand how the damage rates work in these types of games. So the guy said, you're not taking into account the amount of enemies hit when you are comparing the damage rate stat. 100% hitting 1 enemy is less damage than 70% damage to 2 enemies. You ever only considered, okay, this is wrong English, you ever only considered just what percentage damage each skill dealt without adding into account how many enemies hit. No, this is totally wrong. I considered the entire kit at 10 stars of each dragon. So, Wyatt Tao, you did not pay attention to the tier list or the video because I explained all of this in very big detail. Another thing you got wrong is a damage rate of plus 120% is much better than hitting 2 enemies at 60% each. And that's very important to understand in this game, because if you, the 60%, the way the damage calculations in these types of games work is that as soon as you go above 100% with your damage rate, you do much more damage. As soon as you are below 100% damage, you do much less damage. It doesn't matter if the total damage adds up to the same number, because it does not add up to the same number. Yeah, so that's just a misunderstanding on your part. If you want to look this up, there are several posts and tutorials online on how that the damage rate scales in these types of games. We don't have a full calculation for this game yet, but yeah, this is very important to keep in mind. So what the person was saying, if we take a look at Sivan, for example, he has a 45% chance to hit 2 enemies. He is saying I did not take into account that he's hitting 2 with 70%, which is of course bullshit. I took it into account. I explained all of the dragons in the tier list in great detail. But aside from that, 2 times 70% is not 140%. That's not how this game works. Yeah, you're misunderstanding the mathematics of this. You are not hitting for 140% when you're hitting 2 enemies for 70%. Good. I hope this is clear. This is very important to understand, and this is totally wrong information if you pass this along. Yeah, this is very, very bad. A damage rate of 120% is much, much better than 2 damage rates of 70%. Hope this is clear now. I just saw this comment randomly, so I wanted to reply to it because I think this is very important to understand. That's why you will notice that a lot of the legendary commanders have damage rates that go above 100%. This is exactly the reason why. Yeah, and yeah, so this is good. Okay, let's take a look at the map quickly. So where are we at? We have taken a lot of the stuff in the north. We'll finish up a few more keeps here, of course. There are a few chapter tasks. Yeah, we've pretty much wiped Central. There wasn't really a lot of PvP, so you know, we've just completed the season tasks. We've completed the chapter tasks. Nothing too fancy. but yeah, there was some fun here and there. I think there's one player who spent a lot of money in the Veil. And there were a couple who were also like medium spenders, but overall, of course, we took all of the keeps here. Yeah, and the level 2 keeps just opened, so like I said, we will finish a few of them today. We will do a few more over the next few days. And yeah, then we will wait for the level 3 keeps, which open in 9 days and 21 hours. Okay, so there's still some time before these open. I think these are a little bit tougher than the level 2 keeps, though the difference should not be too high, I guess. Let's take a peek here. This is 86 million siege, okay. Yeah, 35, 20k defenders, that's not bad. I mean, this is not I'm experimenting around a bit with the dragons, but this is now, I have 23k troops here, which is a little bit higher than this. So these keeps will hopefully be a little bit tougher than the level 2 keeps. And yeah, not a lot more to say today. I want to comment a bit on the spending. I think this might be useful to talk about. So a few of the players also did not understand the following. There are some very nice gold packs in the market, okay? I don't have it today. So here, in the place of the Vesper relic, you will sometimes see 25 relics of a legendary dragon, okay? And this is very cool. Why is this cool? Because you essentially control which legendary dragon you get 25 relics for, which is impossible to do with opening the chests, okay? So the 4.5k gold legendary relic is very much worth it if you know which team you are going for, yeah? If you have a team of 3 legendary dragons, for example, Cyrex, Caraxes, and yeah, anyone else, let's say Crimson, and you see you can get 25 relics of Cyrex here, for example, this is obviously amazing, right? If you open the corresponding value of gold coins in chests, you are not going to get 25 relics of the legendary dragon. You're going to get a bunch of worthless stuff. If you're lucky, you get some gold, yes, but of course this is not going to help you if you already know which team you're going for, right? So this is a very high value pack. Now, this pack is very bad. The 2 gold relics for 550 coins, this is obviously horrible, right? Because if you scale this up, so this costs like roughly, let's say you get, let's say you get 10 times the amount of relics here, which is 20. We multiply the 550 by 10, so this would be a bit more gold coins. But you get 10 relics for the same price, right? This is 25 relics for 4.5k. This would scale to 20 relics for 5.5k, which is obviously terrible, right? So these packs, don't do them. They're very bad. These packs are amazing for the legendary dragons, like I said. I wouldn't buy them for blue or purple just because it costs way too much money. Like, don't do that. That's just throwing money out of the window. But when you have a legendary dragon here, which I do not have today, definitely grab this, right? Very, very good. Of course, this is mainly for the spenders. As free-to-play or low spender, you should stay away from this altogether because you just need more dragons, essentially, right? So obviously in this case, you're not going to buy this. But in the high spender case, you should definitely obtain these 25 relic shards, right? And this is basically how I got my Cyrex to 5 stars now, which is very cool. Yeah, the event chest is also compares pretty poorly to this, because if you drop like 4.5k gold on this, which is a couple of 10 openings, right? It's very unlikely you will get 25 Cyrex shards. On average, I get like around 10 to 15 maybe with that amount, so you would have to get very, very lucky to make that worth it for your main team, right? Key point is you need to have a main team that you work towards. for the next couple of seasons. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about today. Just a couple of things that players understood incorrectly or that they didn't pay attention to. The damage rate multiplier and the gold spending guide. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a short stream today. So the keep took us like 2 minutes or less, I think, which is whatever. We will do the same type of stream for the level 3 keeps. Maybe I can quickly look at some of the armies I've cooked up. So I'm trying 5 different armies now. You can take a look at those armies at your own pace. You can also swap out a couple of dragons here and there. But yeah, so these are some good troop combinations with different types of troops. I saw a lot of people were struggling with finding dragons that work with each other. So I quickly combined a couple of them together. And you can see I have one army of each troop type now. And I do believe that most of these dragons are very good in their spots. We will see if there will be new dragons released shortly. But I mean, this is pretty good. Yeah, I think all of these armies will do quite well in PvP. Obviously, it depends on your star level, like always, and some other factors. But yeah, these are some armies you can play around with. For the siege army, if you play these armies, you will have 2 dragons with a siege boost, right? And this will just be a leftover. So of course they will release a lot of new dragons over the seasons, and we will see how that goes. But the siege buff is actually quite rare on the blue dragon and the purple dragon side. So if you make 4 PvP armies, which of course you should not, you should make 2, right? And then you make 2 siegers and 1 tiler. But I'm just testing some PvP combinations to see what works best. And then my last army is just the leftover siege. The siege boost is not that significant actually, it's just the cherry on top of the cake, right? But as long as you don't have as long as your levels are halfway okay, like I'm around level 30 now for my siege, I think, which is very casual, right? If I was trying hard, my siege would be level 40 to 45 as well. But as long as you're around level 30, you have a perfectly normal siege army. And yeah, it doesn't even matter if you have the siege boost. Like, it's okay if you don't have the siege boost. The main thing is that your main army and your second army for PvP are doing quite well, and that you pick your matchups according to the counters, right? You can look at some PvP reports here. I played something different yesterday. I was just trying out some stuff, like I said. If we take a look here, my Caraxes actually didn't do too good, but we were fighting into a counter, so I'm not really happy with this report. But yeah, I mean, I'm not playing, my Tashiks didn't have the percentage boost here, and Venator didn't really fit nicely into this slot, so hopefully I can hit this guy again with my reworked army. This is anyway just my B army, so my A army did very well. I wiped a couple of people here who also had like okay dragons, I guess. Mostly 1-stars these days, but I mean, it's okay, yeah. Just like a couple of hits here and there. And of course your taunt dragon will die when you hit stacks, right? It was the same as in LOTR. The commander with the trolls is the one that's first to go, usually. Especially if you get clean wipes like this. And yeah, I mean, that's okay. Your last fight will not be as good as it could be otherwise. Here we have another hit. I was very happy with this main army. I'm just switching around a bit now because I want to try some other combinations as well. But this army did best for me for sure. And all of the dragons always performed very well, even if I fight like... I mean, this guy is no slouch, right? He has 3-star gold, 4-star purple, 3-star purple. The spots look kind of okay to me, like he has the tactical damage boost here, Tashix has the fire damage on the right, Vega is in the middle, seems fine. No counters here. And I mean, this is basically a full wipe, right? A pretty clean full wipe. So I like this army a lot. Again, I'm just swapping stuff around to see if we can find some other combinations that work in PvP as well. Yeah, so that's it for today's stream. Again, just a short one. Some people will watch it later, so hopefully everything was explained well. And I wish you guys a nice Sunday evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.